Hey everybody, welcome to the $10 boat episode, the first one in a while. Kind of built this building, had some other things going on. You see what clothes I'm in though? That means it's time for some fiberglass. Yeah. Hey, we're gonna work on the sink and try to get that sink drain in, and we're gonna fiberglass that front wall, hopefully, and the side wall. No promises, like always, this could go terribly wrong. It has definitely, just like in the last episode. But yeah, $10 boat is inside for those who are not watching the Ultimate Garage videos. She's in here, she's stuffed up in here tight, but she's in here. Yeah, so she's inside. I got the tarps off her. She's looking good. She needs to wash. She needs a wash bad, but I don't want to wash it until I have the fiberglass up in there done. So we're gonna be working up in there, getting the fiberglass going. It's gonna be a good episode. Sorry it's been a while for you boat people. I know some people have been begging for a boat episode and a boat update. There hasn't been one because I haven't been doing it, but here you go. We're back with the $10 boat. Welcome to my life. Hey, one thing I've been meaning to show you is the launch claw. Hey, Dave Petrella sent me this. I appreciate it, Dave. But check him out at launchclaw.com. Not sponsor me, but he did send me this one for free. Pretty cool little deal. I wouldn't be showing you if I didn't think it was cool, but you can hook your rail and pull your boat in with that side, and you can put the hook in this side and reach out and hook your boat if you have a side-facing dock onto your trailer, you know? So I don't know if you've ever been down there at the water's edge trying to get this hook on, standing up here trying to stay dry. This can clip right on that hook, and then you can just push the clip from standing on the dock. Pretty neat. I probably won't use it for that much, the way my boat dock works, but I can see myself hooking to the railing and pulling the boat for sure, you know, along. I like that stiff edge as opposed to a rope, but that's kind of neat. And I can actually see it fishing stuff out of the water, even more than that, to be honest with you. But yeah, pretty cool deal. Thanks, Dave, and check him out at launchclaw.com. Not a sponsor, but did send me one for free. All right, check him out. By the way, he sent me this like 6 months ago. And when he sent it to me, I started building my building, and he's probably wondering, what the heck, man? You haven't even mentioned it. And I haven't even told him it's good or bad, to be honest with you. He's gonna find out, just like you are, that I think it's pretty cool. Okay. All right, so I'm trying to go back to this drain that I had worked on before. You know, this is the one that I took out. I busted it all up getting it out. I wish I hadn't taken it out now. I took it out to put an elbow on it. Should have just left it alone. Whatever. And the replacement stuff that they have, I don't know, you know. This one I got off Amazon. Several of you suggested it. But, I mean, the top is just such thin plastic. I don't know, man. I hate to put that in somebody's boat. This one has a little bit of a thicker collar. It's still thin, but it has a tiny elbow. So I think that I've chosen to go with this one just because this tops, the lip is so much stronger than the white one there. The white one seems like to me that it's already cracking. And if I started putting force on that, I mean, you can see through that plastic. It's so thin. I'm afraid it's just going to pull through and crack that out. Somebody's going to have a problem in the future if I get rid of the boat, and I don't want somebody else to have a problem. So I'm back to this guy. I did get a metal one. I couldn't get it to reduce. So I sat in Lowe's and Home Depot and stuff trying to find a way to get it to reduce. Ace Hardware, all those. And there's just no way to get the metal one for an RV that actually has like plumbing, you know. I tried to get that to work. It wouldn't work. So I'm back to this. This is a pretty solid little guy. It's just little, right? So I'll have to get up there, chip the foam away from the hole back so that I can get the nut on the bottom. It's going to be tight because it is a little guy. But it does fit the hose. I mean, I got a step down on my T. So I'll put that in, put the step down on it, and then run it to there. You know, it is what it is. It's to drain this ice box, I guess. You're definitely not going to do anything but get anything down there but water, which is fine too, right? So that's where I'm at. So that's the guy I'm going with. And I know there's gonna be 1,000 comments. Don't put that plastic in. Look, man, if you could have found the one for the hole, I would have put it in there. I had everybody looking, and that's what we're down to. It is actually pretty solid. It's just a general purpose. That's the box. Yeah, but it actually is pretty solid. I mean, it's small, but it's, I mean, you know, it's substantial. So that's the winner. That's what I'm putting in. All right. It's a lot different having it in the boat inside, let me tell you, and all my lights in. Hopefully by now I've done the episode on the lights in my building, but was sponsored by Hyperlight. I wasn't at first. I bought them and put them in. I love them. And then they came back later and said, hey, we'd like to sponsor you. And and normally, you know, if I don't like the stuff, I'm not doing it. And you guys know that. I get sponsorship stuff all the time and say no. Unless I like this, if I think it's cool or if it actually works great. So if you want to know more about these lights that are above here, that'll be on one of the building episodes there, and I'll be putting them in and talking about them more. But it's nice to have the boat inside. It's all lit up in here, and you can see I still will need to bring my little spotlight over when I work in the hole. And that's where we're gonna have to be going here soon. I'll be honest with you, I really wanted to get this done, and I've actually thought about getting in there and going to town. It's just I want to be really careful with the temperature, and every single day it's like bounces to the 70s, but it's raining, the humidity's through the roof, or it's cold, right? Like today. Today I could do it, but it's cold, so I don't want to do it. I'd really like it to be right around 70 or higher when I do this, and not raining. And like right now, it's raining. So that's really, but I've been fighting myself. I know a lot of you want a boat video faster, but it's like, golly, I don't want to end up in the position I was in before, right? So I don't want to redo anything else. But really, we're back to getting that firewall, that cabin wall done, and then another coat on this, and then we'll be cutting the boards for the bottom there. And those were only 2x4s. The stringers there were only 2x4s, so it's sideways, and this had a piece of wood on top of that. So that's what we'll go back to. We'll put that piece of wood back on there. It was just a thin board, but it was just locked in here and here. This was an 8-foot piece, and then it broke to a separate piece here, which is the same thing I'm going to do, except for this won't be a wall because the tank is one tank now. It'll be a floor piece, you know, with the stringer going this way. You probably call it something else. I don't know. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm going. I'm thinking this is going to be a 2-piece deal here. I'll do the bottom and cut it to the same height as this so that the water has to go above that. I will seal this with fiberglass on this side, but not on that side. So I'll resin the crap out of the board, but I'll put the bottom in, and what I want to do is put thickened resin all across the bottom on both sides of that to seal this compartment off to that height. And then the second board will go on top of that, and I'll again resin the stuff out of it, and I'll have pre-fiberglass the back side of the top of this, but it won't be one sheet or anything like that. We'll just bolt her in or screw her in or something, and then fiberglass it on the front. So that's kind of my plan there. Again, from here down will be totally glassed in. The top will not on the inside. It'll be glassed, but not that seam I won't get from the backside. So that's kind of where I'm thinking we're going to go with that. I may put another brace on the backside of this just to hold that board where it's supposed to go until I get it fiberglassed in. We'll see about that too, you know. Probably be pretty cool. It wouldn't hurt it, that's for sure. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. And that actually would, if I didn't fiberglass it and just put the board there, that would actually provide access to this level. I mean, that'd give you pretty good access in here. You know, I mean, people would say, oh, well, it's not, you need to do it to the top, but actually, you know, it's not really compartmentalized anyway. I mean, water can get in numerous places and just go over, once it's to this height anyway, it can just go over all the channels in there anyway. So I think it's a pretty safe way to go. But we'll see, you know, I got to think it out. We're not there yet kind of thing, you know. Yeah. So yeah, anyway, until I get there, this will be my project to work on. I'll see about trying to get this in there. Let me get a light. All right, so I think that's going to be good and flat. You probably see better than me, but I think that'll work. My little nozzle will come in. The camera's doing here, but my little nozzle will come down and then elbow out this way, where I'll pick this up out here somewhere. I'm trying to keep this as high as possible, and then my hose will come down and meet up down here somewhere. And then with the new tee it'll go here to the new tee that I have. And then on out and around and to this up here. So this drain. So this way we can keep this a lot higher. If you remember, there's like a zip tie that comes up here that it straps to. So it kind of goes up, straps to this, it goes around to there. And then I'll put the tee on there, we'll put it in there. So I guess that's what we'll work on next. You want to come off? She's coming, my boy. That ain't easy. She wasn't gonna slide off, was she? There we go. Woo. How rusty those are. Those are the ones I found in the boat, by the way. Those are. Both these sets are rusty. Good place for them. Probably way too much. But hey, make sure. All right, let's get rid of this excess. I don't even have paper towels in the boat anymore. I'm unprepared. I need some paper towels. All right, so I've been working on this adhesive 5200 cylinder for a while. I used this last year. I hadn't even used it, and I don't want to open a new tube. I mean, this is like a half tube still. So I've been working on this for about a half hour, stupid. But I mean, half hour of my time's worth of what, I'm retired. So yeah, the way I'm gonna have to do it is just draw it out this way. The push on the back side is frozen. No matter what I do, I can't get it to go. I did dig through the top deep enough to get to some good stuff. So that's the way I'll do it. I'll just pull this copper line out. It'll be all over it. I'll wipe it off and put it around my drain. We'll get her in there. It's amazing to me what some of the things I do and waste time on, but whatever. Let's get this thing set in there and call it good. Actually, I want to cut the tube first and put that on there and then clamp it down. So at least I have the tube piece on there before I do this, just so I don't have to do all that tucked up under there all funny underneath that thing. We'll just kind of measure out what we need and get her done that way. All right, let's get doing that. Golly. That's not easy to do. Woo! Some tough stuff. I need to be tougher. Get in there. Ooh. Man, that's tough. All right. Woo. Getting old, I think. I need to put my clamps around there. Oh. We got a socket that size. Let me go get a socket so I don't have to use a screwdriver. See if that goes in there this way. I'm going to want that way. That way I can get to it. I know it's going to move a little bit, but the next person might appreciate that some, and then that'll be able to slide down there. Boom, boom, boom. Once I get that in there, boom. Slide that one on there, boom. All right, well, I guess we'll goop this up. Oh, look, she's leaking onto my boat. We'll goop this up and put it on there. I don't know if 5200 is the right thing for this, but I think it's the best thing that I have and can get locally. I don't think plumber's putty will work. I think it'll just dry up and not hold so well. That's my first gut was to put plumber's putty on it, but I think this 5200 it's good stuff. Good stuff. Get a good seal on here. Probably never comes off your skin once it gets on there, huh? Yeah. It's wet as can be. It's just that thing caught in the back. You just can't get to it. So it is what it is. All right, I think that's going to be good. Now let's just get this sucker in there, and I'll get the screw on the bottom, and we'll get her put in. I gotta get upside down and turned in here. All right. Yeah, no good way. No good way. That's what I hate about this. You can't get in here. Can you imagine if you couldn't have access like this to do it and you had to do it? I guess people do it. There's something loose on that one up there. I'm gonna have to fix that one up there somehow. Get it from the outside then. See what's on here. Oh shoot. Well, there you go. New problem. Yeah, the through hole's junk. So we'll have to fix that. I guess we're replacing the through hole over there now. So that puts the kibosh on this project. I'll get that. Yeah, look, man, I'm glad it happened now. Shoot. You know, it's because I was messing with it so much, I'm sure, but we'll get another one, get it on there, get one ordered up. It's always something in it. It's always something. All right, well, this is a setback, so I think we're going to shift gears. My dad actually called this morning here a while ago and said that he's not going to make it this afternoon, and the temperatures are coming up. So between those two things, I think I might go back to fiberglassing. So we got to get that back wall. I'm not going to try to do it in one piece. We're going to do it in sections. And so that's where I think I'm at. I don't want to crawl back there, but it's got to get done, doesn't it? So I need to do that back wall. I need to put 2 coats on that for sure. And then I need to put another coat, I need to put 2 on that wall as well. So because I've been doing 3 coats on each one. So we're, on the corners for sure, right? So we're 2 sheets behind on this stuff. So we'll need to get going. So that's what I think I'll start working on. Let me shift my head into gear and start thinking about how we're going to do this. And I'll start fiberglassing her up. All right, so I feel like I need to get in there and do some sanding. I've kind of felt it out down there. It's pretty rough where we just pulled that fiberglass off and whatever. So I made this handy little connection to my shop vac. So we'll see if that lasts or whatever. But hey, it better be jerry-rigged, but it'll be dust less. We'll see. It'll probably still be dusty, but it'll be dust less. So I'm gonna try this out, see if it doesn't keep the dust down. I'll be fighting the light and the vacuum cleaner on my feet and all while I'm in there, but whatever. I think it may work. It may keep the dust down. So I'm gonna try it. And then I'm sure there's an adapter for that too, but I just don't have it. But yeah, so I'm gonna be in there sanding. That's the plan. That's what I'm gonna try to get done today. So let's get to it. All right, well, that did a great job. I don't know why I didn't do that a year ago. Huh. It worked that pad out though, boy, but it did knock anything that was high off, which was what I was worried about. Made it nice and smooth across there. This still have that little bit of bumps here on these 2-3 spaces, whatever, that I knew we had before. But it really smoothed it down quick and really took most of the dust with it. Really surprising. It's smooth enough now that I can get the new fiberglass in there, and yeah, I think it'll work out just fine. So, I'm going to do fill on top of this fill just so I can smash it down again, fill in any of the voids. But I think that's going to be okay. All right, well, I guess I'm going to fiberglass. And I'm going to get in here with some acetone. I won't bore you with that. I just need to wipe it down real quick one time, good wipe down, just to make sure there's none of that residue that I just dusted off. It really, you can see, because you got a lot of light, there is no dust in here. That thing worked awesome. I wish I'd done that for years. Oh well. I guess you couldn't use this when we were cutting and stuff anyway, but that's where the real dust comes up. All right, well, let me get some fiberglass cut and let me clean this off first, then I'll get some fiberglass cut, and then we'll do some test running. All right, let me get busy. All right, get these holes filled in. Want it nice and loose so that fiberglass can just kind of fit it. And all I'm using this for is to fill in a little bit, to fill in the rough patches around it for sure, and then fill in the rest if I can. That'll let the fiberglass form. Got a real mess kind of going down there. When we put the fiberglass on top of this, it'll kind of form it up even better. When I first tried to do this, I was trying to be perfect. And I was doing this step, and then I was letting it dry, and then I was putting the fiberglass on. And somebody said, put it on wet, and put the fiberglass over it wet. And I cannot thank that person enough. This is so much better when you do it this way. Now I'll use that fiberglass then when I put it over there to smash it down and make it nice and smooth. Works really well. I'm going to do the same thing in this corner because I never got it done. I put this stuff in there and then we had to pull it all off, so you probably can't even see this. I'm just putting it in there. I don't want to say slopping it, but really, you know, you want it smooth. But that fiberglass, when it goes on here, I'm going to push it down. It's going to smooth it out nice and smooth. And fiberglass mat. Alright, that looks pretty good. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and do this over here too. Just so I have a little bit in that corner to play with when I put that mat down. Even though there's mat there already. It'll just help fill in any hole that I come up with. I knew that heater was gonna be in the way. Ah. I honestly probably wouldn't even be worried about this if I didn't have extra right now. It's just makes it easy. I don't remember all my little tricks. It's been a while. Ah, yeah. It has definitely been a while. All right, give this a whirl, see what happens. First sheet of fiberglass in months. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Going on there, wonderful. Oh. All right. So that looks pretty daggone good. It came out really clear. It's up there. It's stuck fine. So we're going to move on to this next piece. The centerpiece. Now, it's going to be a little tougher because we got this pipe going on here. I kind of want this stuff to fold up and around this pipe, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. It is definitely resined in. I need to get going on it before it gets dry too, but so that's our next thing. I'm going to go ahead and put some resin on here. I'm going to get the piece. We're just going to kind of start at the top and roll her down. And then I don't know. Well, maybe I should cut on her first, but I got to figure that out. I need to get it cut. I don't know which way to cut it either. Should I cut it from the side and then around? Because I really don't want the seam on the top and bottom. So I think I will. I think I'll make a nice cut on that. You know, approximately where it should be. And we'll go there. Let me do that real quick. You can measure that. Put that in. Alright, so I swapped out my gloves and put some new gloves on. Let me tell you, do what works for you. I know a lot of people double up and triple up on gloves and they pull them off as they go. It doesn't work for me. So don't let people bully you. Do what you think works for you. Alright, so it looks like about 29.5 is our center. And that's a 10-inch piece, so that's going to go from there to there, basically. So it looks like 9 and 29, let's see, 29 and 30. Just about, 9 and 29.5. So 9 and 29.5. So let me get that cut in there and then we'll go back to putting this in. It should be in good shape. It just makes up nice and neat there. I didn't want to run out in the middle of this piece. There we go, we got it. Get this out of here. Alright. Piece number 2. Come on, piece number 2. Hopefully this works out great. We'll see. We're going to have to move because I don't have a lot of room for you. Sorry there, buddy. And I know the light's terrible, but it is what it is. Can't stop now. I've traveled this far. I want to really be careful stacking this fiberglass on the other piece there. I don't think I want to leave it very sloppy either. I want it to be nice and neat. I don't want enough resin on there that it sticks, but I don't want it to be sloppy, I don't think, underneath. I want it to be nice coat. Nice, even coat. Now move your leg. I'm going to put it down here in this thick and stuff too. We'll have to cut. We'll have to do a little cutting down here, for sure. A little squashing in there, I'm sure, but we'll get it. Alright, let's see what that gives us. Let's see what that gives us. I made this sit in there. I gotta be careful because I don't want to move around too much. Once I get in there, she'll fall on me. Alright, I get her stuck. Nice and pretty. Oh, she's got a lip there. What the heck happened there? Let's come back and work that. I don't want lips. I don't want little lippy things. There's got one right there. What the heck? We don't want that. We want that worked out. It's going to make a bunch of them. Work your way out. Work your way out. Okay. There we go. Stay connected at the top. Pressing you in. Pressing you in. Look, we got little lippy things there going too. I don't like that. How did you get in there? Where did you come from? There we go. Go away. Alright. I think I want to get that a little more stuck. Well, I have it there. We'll work our way down here. Even though she's trying to get dip down here, she's trying to get an early start. She's trying to get an early start. Stuck in my resin bowl down here. That's gonna get resin everywhere. That girl. You gotta watch her. Alright, I need scissors. And yeah. much, isn't it?
Driving on the highway, far away, far away, far away. Every moment I was spending on regrets was such a waste, such a waste, such a waste. Looking on the city lights, flashing bright in my eyes. Look up to the sky and I got this relief inside. Then there's no need to hide. I'm going all the way up. Ah, I'm going all the way up. Ah, I'm letting go in my heart. Ah, of everything that holds me down. No, no. And it's feeling like I'm in the roof. I can feel the love. Oh yeah, it's all around me. Stranger on a foreign land, far away, far away, far away. I could get along, could be a different man. Looking on the city lights, flashing bright in my eyes. Look up to the sky and I got this relief inside. Then there's no need to hide. I'm going all the way up. Ah, I'm going all the way up. Ah, I'm letting go in my heart. Ah, of everything that holds me
everybody. Well, that's going to be it for today. I think I'm going to go inside. What a super day. I mean, the temperature was just about right. The little heater made the big difference and all the difference in the world. Resin just laid on there, just beautiful. The fiberglass laid on that. It's all nice and clear. You know, there is a bubble on the top right where there was already a bubble, but just came out just clear as could be. Super impressed. It adhered today. You know, it's one of those days. Everything kind of worked out right, and we got a lot done. So we got that firewall done, and we got this wall done. Now we still have to come in and put another coat on top of those two areas. But hey, we came a long way already, so it's really good the way we did it. So I'll probably splice it like that again next time that I do it, because that worked out really well. They weren't huge pieces. They did stick just fine. Just came out nice. And of course we started to get this sink drain in. At least we got that part in. And then of course broke off the through hole piece. I'll order another one of those, research that tonight and try to get it on order. So we can finally finish out that drain. We're at the point where we'll have to run wire soon and get the pump motor in for the freshwater pump and get those pipes all replaced. Yeah, we're getting into a good place, right? I have all the way till I finish that and put that board on to get that done. So it's not like we're in a massive hurry. We still have to lay up another coat of fiberglass from the front and on the side, but we'll get it done. We'll get it done. All right. Well, you guys have a great week. See ya.